Good morning, Floss Tube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Well, hello and welcome to Saturday the 8th of November. Poppy weekend. If you haven't bought yours, you need to buy one. You know, I remember when I was little, it was like, well, even up until, I suppose, my early 20s, like, you couldn't exist if you hadn't bought a poppy. Everybody had to have a poppy. And these days, it's starting to go a little bit damp. A little bit damp. I was thinking it's like a damp squid. That's what I was thinking about. A little bit damp. What? Sherrie. Move on. So, welcome. If you are brand new, you might have realised that this channel is, a bit off the wall sometimes. Welcome if you've been with me before and you've chosen to come back. Really grateful to you. And welcome to those who have been with me from the very beginning. So where am I this week? Well. I have still got a lot to show. And I think it'll depend on how long this is as to what I end up showing. We are now on 7:15. No, I haven't done like 26 new starts and started at 6 o'clock. This is only my second one. But I woke up late. Well, I woke up 5:30 and nah, that wasn't what I meant to do. I need to put alarms on. I never have an alarm on these days because I'm always up in plenty of time for work or what have you. So I need to put an alarm on when I do a floss tube because I have got a red hot date today and we will talk about that. So I have got a finish, which I'm chuffed with. I mean, I'm always chuffed with my finishes, but I love this. I've got 2 new starts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whips. I've got the results of the giveaways. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've kitted up 6 projects this week. So I thought I would show you what they are. And I have got a few gifts as well. What else was I going to talk about? Can't remember. And of course, final thought. So let's get into it. My finish. Love this. It is Primitive Hare, Christmas Queen of the Needles. So when you last saw her, I should have put her on my board. Come on, Queenie. Can anyone remember Blackadder? He used to call Queen Elizabeth Queenie. Or was it someone else that used to call her Queenie? Anyway, never mind. Just went off there on a total tangent. So, yes, when you last saw her, so I've finished off the bottom here. I've put the back stitch in, the Christmas Queen of the Needles. I have put the hangers in, and I've decided to put, these were meant to be little bells. I didn't have any little bells, so I've put buttons in. Now I have got some beautiful little Christmas charms, yeah. But I just like the look of the buttons. So these are my Christmas buttons. And when you do me tour, I'll show you where I keep my Christmas buttons. But I just really like them. I thought they were dead canny. And because it's going to be a needle holder, needle book, I wanted something, what's the word? Something that's akin to stitching, basically. And I also finished, I had a couple of these, I think it was that one was half done. I've done that one of the X's and I've done that one and done the back stitch at the top and finished off this last one. So I did quite, well, it was little bits, snagging I suppose, that I had to do here, there and everywhere. But I am thrilled with this. I do not know what fabric it's on. I'm really sorry. If you want me, if you really want to know, let me know. And I'll backtrack through floss tubes from last Christmas because it'll be on there. And I suspect I would have known what fabric it was. Oh, I need to start and keep a record, which I'm going to do this year if I remember. So yeah, that is my Christmas Queen of the Needles, and it's done with all the called for DMC. Really, really pleased with that, and I would really, 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 really like to fully finish it soon. I'm actually in the middle of fully finishing, well, at least one that I haven't finished, so I can't show you yet, but I have got, yeah, I've got a good finish, fully finished. So new starts. Well, we come to the final curtain. So this is the December. So me and Sarah Stonehouse from Instagram have got a challenge going where we were stitching the Blackbird stockings monthly, and I decided, because I was always playing catch up with my monthly stitches, I decided to get on top of them and do them all a month before, so that they were, I was going to say ready for the next month, but that's a lie. So that they were just finished and then me drove doom for the next month. So yes, we are on to the final stitch of the year, but we are in talks. We are in talks for a new contract because the contract's running out. So we'll chat about a new contract and we'll let you know. Because I don't want to say too much while legal bods are at work. So that's the other ones on the back. I forgot to show you. So that's December's. And I have, oh, I knew I had a bit more to show you. I've got a start and a finish. Well done, Sherrie. God. So yes, I finished this one. So I decided to do it on 16 count Ren by Picture This Plus. Because I had it was like a little offcut that I had in me thingy drawer, so I thought I'm going to use that up. So that's the first one I've done. Fully finished. Not fully finished, finished. Do you know what? That's dreadful. And this is the new start. So I've started the one that's got a lot of stitching in it. It's got like a whole load of snow all down here. It's like full coverage down here. So we will see. I am doing it with the called for over dies. And I've ended up with an awful lot of over dies because I grossly overestimated what I would need for these at the beginning of the year. Well, I think it was December last year. I sent a huge list to Rachel, Talking Dog Stitchery, and asked her to get them all for me so I could kit up the projects all in advance with over dies. I didn't need anywhere near the amount that I thought. So there was some stitches that had like 2 or 3 months had the same colour in, and for every 2 months, if it went into like 3 months of the same colour, I would buy another skein. I wouldn't have needed it. So yes, I've ended up with a healthy coverage. I've ended up with a healthy stash of over dies, which is quite nice. Now, this one. I was desperate to start this one. Oh, I meant to put this on Instagram. Oh well. So pants at putting things on Instagram, I really am. I I'm all right when I get into like a roll, but I just struggle to put them up. So this one is my November black sampler stitch. I've not done one of these before, so like joined in the November black sampler. And Jacob, this was released at Ackworth. I was going to say Market. Ackworth. So I bought it when I was there, but it does say on the inside cover, for this year's black sampler November, I wanted to design a Quaker style medallion sampler. And of course the Ackworth trip was all around medallion motifs and medallion samplers. So yes, I needed to start that, and I did start it with fabric. Fabric. You know how I said if you're new here, this is a bit off the wall. This is a spectacular start. I wanted to start it with a fabric that I wanted to all to revolve around Ackworth. So this was the lady of the linen, Alison. She bought me this. This is Ashley Down from Fox and No, Tabby Cat. From Tabby Cat. So I decided to start on this, and I got wore Letitia, our Letitia of Curry's Little Shop. I got her to get me a black over dye out that had some variegation in it. So, well, a silk. And I got Antique Black by Gloriana. So that, it's a little start. So this is 46 count as well, so it is going to be fairly small. But I'd forgotten I'd started that. It's great that I do these floss tubes, you know, remind myself of all these things that I'm meant to be doing. I suppose I have done. I've done a bit. So that's me start and finish. Me fully finish. No, me start and finish. Me finish. And 2 new starts. I've got a feeling that I had a fully finish somewhere along the way as well. Really sore. Really sore today. I've been off work again. Monday, Tuesday I was off, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I just did a couple of hours just to keep me hand in, because I don't want to be on the sick, and it's frustrating. But yeah, the weather's taken a turn, so the pain cranks up a little bit. At some point I'll tell you what's going on. I keep thinking, oh, I'll tell them today. I'll tell them, and then I like backtrack and go, no, I can't. So yeah, one day I might tell you why I'm moaning and whinging all the bloody time. Get sick of myself whinging. Now, I found this, which I forgot I'd even started. And I don't know how, because when I started it, I had to force myself to stop stitching on it. It was so lovely. So I suspect now that I've found it again, it is going to be another quick finish. Very, very quick finish. So this is Christmas Rose by Blackbird. I love this. I love this, and it's come out even prettier than the picture, because Blackbird pictures are usually fairly good. Some of the pictures on patterns, I just think, do these people not want to sell them? Because they're just not great. They're just not great. So this is where I am. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just bloody lush? I think that's lovely. That is just me. I love that. Can you tell I'm quite fond of this one? That's right, because I literally had to force myself to put it down when I started it, because I would end up being monogamous, and we will talk about that as well. That includes my red hot date. So when you last saw her, I was kind of up to here. I'd done a little bit round here of the flower. So I've come in, I've put this little tree in, which needs these little stalks, so does him. I've done the rest of the, like the bulk of the flower, what's the word? Yeah, the growth, the greenery. I've done the rest of the greenery on the flower. I've done this little tree, and as you can see, I'm busy on the little house. Now, I'm a vegetables first girl, so I've done all the bland colours, and I will then go back through it and put the red in, and I think it'll just make it have that wow factor. So yeah, and this is on Picture This Plus Wren. 36 count. So 36 count. And because can you remember I was feeling a little bit smug that this is the called for fabric. It's not often I get the called for fabric right. I suspect it's been more by good luck than good management, because I've kitted it up last year. And I am doing it with all of the called for. Isn't that a prim bunch of colours? And I found a new favourite colour. I don't know what it's going to go with, but for some reason I've fallen in love with this colour. Pelican grey. It's just got some really lovely variegation, and it's a grey, but it's a green. It's like a, oh gosh, I haven't actually cut that. Hang fire, because if I don't cut it, I'll end up pulling on it to, that's it. I'll end up pulling on it to pull the thread out, and I'll pick the wrong one and it'll all bunch up. So yeah. So that's that. Yeah, that's that. And that's that. It's a little bit of a decisive move on, wasn't it? Right. Oh, I've got threads in there that don't belong in there. This project bag, Jem has decided it makes a very, very perfect, comfortable new bed. Every time I shifted him last night, he just climbed back on. Right, I just need to take a breather. One moment. Right, I have myself little just breathers. So whenever you notice a little hiccup, I'm like, oh no, I just need a breather. Oh, speaking of breathers, Carol Saltbox is having a breather. She was back this week after, was it 44 days? Not that I was counting. Something like that. No, I think because she said how long it'd been. I know it'd been a while. And she just needed a breather. And let's be honest, if the godmother of cross stitch wants a breather, she can damn well have a bloody breather. She's given us so much over the years that, yeah, I'm with you, Carol. I am with you. I think sometimes, and she's done hundreds of floss tubes. So, well, I'm saying hundreds. 150 maybe. I can't remember. Something like that. Something like that. Am I making it up? No, I'm making an educated guess. Because a fella who's another nice man, I covet all these people's husbands. It's great because it means I don't have to have my own. If I just like other people's husbands, like Edita and Dominic and Linda and Mike and yeah, I just decided it's the safest way to have a husband is to just yeah, just think, oh, he's a nice man. He is a nice man. But I don't actually have to have anything to do with him, like living with us or anything like that. It's great. It's great. I've lost me bloody clip. I am a flipping clip. It's on the floor. Hang on, because I do need it. Right. I found it. I am a bloody clip. Pot sampler. Not a finish, but it's not far away. I have just got that last little corner. So this week I spent a long time sort of doing the snagging bit. So I finished off the thingy here. Yes, I still need to go back and finish off that. I need to come up and check this little butterfly. He's got a little bit extra on him compared to the other ones, so whether I've just made that up or not, I'm not sure. I haven't finished because I've still got some inner, but I did the rest of the green on this, and yes, I've still got the little bits of deeper purple to go in the middle of here. I went in and put like eyes in, so I put his eye in there. Where else did I put an eye in? Oh, was it the squirrel? Yeah, I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on. Come on, Sherrie. Come on, get professional. Yes, I did. I put the little squirrel's eye in as well. So doing bits and pieces as well, a little bits of snagging that I need to do. So I need to do this bit here. I need to go back up and check that butterfly and do under here. Need to finish this obviously, and then I need to put my name in. I am thrilled. And it's on 40 count Justsewsherrie Designs. Rustic sheep, old sheep. It's a sheep, some sort of a sheep. I think that's right, because I looked on their website to get some more because I really enjoyed this fabric. And it's called Rustic Sheep on my little tag, and I haven't written it on, it's what it came with. And yet when I looked on their website in Etsy, I could only find old sheep. So I'm not sure if anyone knows. Because I got it from Big Stitch last year. I ordered it at Big Stitch last year. And then it came through sort of a little while later. But yeah. So this is Pot Sampler by Historical Sampler Company. And I'm doing it with all the code for. I know I've mentioned it before, bear with me if you, well, yeah, most of you probably have, but I got this for my 51st birthday, and I got the gift box to treat myself, and it was lovely, and I think I might do that every year. I'm going to get myself like a big gift box or something like that to treat myself. Right, oh, and this one isn't far away either. Not at all. Let me get this clipped up because this is another one that needs clipping so that I can show you it. Let's move this over a bit. It doesn't fit on the board, it's too big for the board. Hey, Sherrie, come on. I'm not having a good day. I'm not having a good day at all. So bear with me. Bear with me. So this is Jardin Prive's fil de Nichors. I know I sound really French, don't I? Fil de Nichors. So what have I done? Well, basically I've gone back and I'm doing the snagging with this as well, but I'm also doing like the back stitch. So I was up to about here on the back stitch. So I've come along and put all the back stitch in the fence, in the picket fence. Now, who was it? Was it Donna? Who's going to be my little research assistant going forward? I was asking about different things, and she came back and she's like, right, I've looked it up, and I can't even remember what it was now. But she says, if you need anything checking in future, just give me a shout. So yeah, if anyone needs anything, Donna's your girl, basically. Melody will look after your life. Donna will do any research for you. We're getting to be like a real family unit here, aren't we? So yes, I've done the picket fence. I came along and did all of the, like the shading in the fence. So I did that all the way along to about here. Yes, to about here. And put like stalks in of flowers. Finished off the little fence down here. There was another little branch here that I hadn't done. So this is the one I'm doing for the Crintleys, for my parents, for their Christmas box. Oh, and I started putting in the top here as well, because I can't do there's little hangers. I can't do them really until the border's in, mainly because that's what I've done on this side. So, and I know I talked about taking the border out and putting a different colour in. If I was to do it all again, I would have put a different colour as the border, but I think it's going to be fine because my mum and dad, most of their pictures have got dark wood. So this brown, because I'm going to get it framed, and I'm thinking with mount board as well. I think it's going to need mount board because it's not very, very deep. So I think the brown, if I get like a cream mount board and then a dark brown frame, I think the border will be fine. So I am just leaving it, and I think it'll all come together in the end, basically. So that is where I am. So all I really need to do is, because I had to put little bees in as well around here. Put these little bumblebees in. I need to go back and do that. I must get their legs in. And from about here onwards. And there it is done. They'll love it. I mean, I know they'll love it. Because I was thinking about this when I was stitching on it. Was it yesterday? The day before? I was thinking about it. And I've talked about this before. You know, when you're stitching for somebody, like, for me, the thought of them goes round my head, and it's almost like I stitch my love for them into it, or my memories, or whatever it is I'm thinking about. So I usually end up doing it. This is like a piece full of my mum and dad, basically, because I've thought about them a lot while I've been doing it. And I was thinking about it the other day, you know, and I said I'm a bit nervous that they might not like it. I know they'll like it as a stitched piece. I know they will. And I think they'll be quite flabbergasted with the detail and how tiny it is and everything else. Because remember, to them, this is like magic. You know, this, to be able to do something like this is magical. We know it's just a whole load of crosses. But yeah, to non-stitchers. Oh! Well, it's not me Goonie man. It's his son and a cat. Didn't know they had a cat. Oh dear. Scout will be furious. He's the street bully. Doesn't like anybody near his garden. Doesn't care whether they live there or not. They're not coming within like 6 houses parameter. It's just not happening. So yes, I know they'll look at it and think it's fabulous. but it's whether they'll like it as a gift. And I think it's because, and again this was all rattling through my head, I think it's because normally I get them something to do, like an experience. So to give them something that they can't do anything with it, they're just going to have to look at it. I think that's what's knocking me. And also because something as complex as this, because it is a fairly complicated piece. It makes me very vulnerable as to whether somebody's going to like it or not, because, like I say, I've stitched my little heart and soul into it. So yes, I'm still feeling nervous, but I'm trying to get to grips with why I'm feeling nervous. And I think that's what it is. I think it's just personal, and that makes me vulnerable. So this is the one that I'm doing on Cypress, 36 count Cypress by Fibre on a Whim. So, I mean, other people must feel like that as well. You must. Oh, where have I put them threads? You know, the threads that I went, oh, they don't belong in there because they belong in here. And the last one, which is my usual last one, Snow Queen by Mirabilia. This is really, I don't think you're going to be able to see how fabulous it is. It really is. But we will try. Look at that. Look at her. Oh. Sorry, I have the usual stuff and knocked out of me when I look at this from. So can you see I've put all the beads in on the reindeer? So I've finished basically all of this. I think I've finished. Come down here and put all the beads in here and around his bridle. That's like blue and white. It looks stunning. Down here. And that's right, I put all the beads in down here as well, along the, I don't know what these things are called on horses, like on the straps, on reindeers even. But I started to put, there's these little crosses of 4 in. You can see there's one up here. I started to put all them in. But the alternate, or the go with, I can't remember how it works. Where's me? Oh, it's there. What have I done with me pattern? Oh, it's there, underneath the threads. So on here, oh, you can't see. I'll have a look and see if I can see. Yeah, I think it's underneath each cross. Yeah, it must be. So underneath these crosses is are they called a diamond treasure? They are like little teardrop diamonds, if you like. And I put this one in, I put the first one in, and oh my holy God, like I couldn't handle how lovely it was. I really couldn't. But they're big as well. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to leave them. So I took it back out and I tied my thread off because it's going to be the last thing that I put on, because it really did take my breath away. I was like, holy cow, that looks amazing. Like really amazing. You can tell I was quite chuffed with it, can't you? Yeah, blown away. Absolutely blown away. So that was what I did last week. I did a lot of the beads. Put some beads in on his saddle as well. And then I'm also, as you can see, coming down here, I put some more of this purple in. So I'm just starting to do, I can't remember if I did any more of these squares or not. So there's still quite a bit more stitching to do, because there's all of her, the bottom, because there's whisper white, is that what it's called? To go in, and that'll obviously give it some like fluffy texture. I've got some of our braid still to go, so there's still quite a bit of stitching. I'm way more than, I think I'm about 70% of the way through. But because of the beads, it's really starting, isn't it fabulous? She's so clever, Nora. She really is. And even the braid, I mean, I haven't done it all, but you can see it looks like a braid. It fascinates me how they can do these designs and the colours and getting like the shading into it the way it should be, and yeah, blows me away. Okay, so I'll get rid of all this stuff. We will come back, we will do Justsewsherrie, we will do will we do the kitten up? I'll see how long this is already gone on for. And we've got the giveaways and the gifts. So I'll sort myself out and be with you in a jiffy. So this week's Justsewsherrie. This is a schoolgirl error, like a total newbie to looking after myself as an adult error. I've got a lovely Aran cardie. You will have seen it, and it's dead warm. I've got it a couple of years ago from a knitting shop. Well, it mainly held wool yarn, and they did a little bit of cross stitch, but it was beside where my caravan was. So I used to go in all the time and just soak up the crafty needlework vibes. What is it about wool shops? I mean, I'm not a knitter, I don't crochet. But I still like going into a wool shop. So anyway, I went in there, and they had people who handmade Aran cardies, and they were all like they weren't mass produced. There was only like 2 or 3, and each one was a different pattern. I loved it. And this is, I'll show you it. This is my Aran cardie. And I shall now put it on. This is not the way that Aran cardie is meant to look. Yeah, I put it in the wash, but I didn't put it on a wool wash. I put it on a can't even fasten this. I put it on a. I feel like I'm trying to hang myself. Not only did I not put it on a wool wash, for some reason I put it on an hour and 45 minutes thorough wash at 40 degrees. And I now still have an Aran cardie, but it's no longer a viable option to wear. I'm gutted. I am actually gutted. I don't know why I did it. I mean, I've been, oh gosh, my mic's fallen over. I've been a grown-up girl and washing my own washing since I was 17. Why did I do this? I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I know what I was thinking, because obviously you don't want to wash things like this very often. And I remember thinking, oh, it's a bit grubby, I should give it a proper wash. Not, Sherrie, it's an Aran cardie. it doesn't have to have a proper wash. It can have a full wool wash and come out just as clean. Although, in good news, there's a silver lining. I get to cut the button off because the button's cracking. I love the button, but it means I can cut the button off now and use it. The other one's a nice little button as well, but it's not a patch on the biggie. Fed up I was when I realised. I'd like to talk about another couple. Well, not the couple, just the lady this time. Although her husband is just the loveliest man as well. Lady called Lynn of the Lynn and Bob duo. If you go to Floss Friends, you will know who I mean. Or if you live in Wales, you might know them. Because I know they pop down to the Turtles shop, which is Turtle Bay Fabrics in Bridgend. If you need any fabric or anything like that, head along to the Turtle and tell her I sent you. When I was at Ackworth, Edita said, "I've got something to show you." I was like, "Oh, what's that?" So she showed me, it was a text or I can't remember if it was an image or a text. Lynn, can anybody remember? It doesn't go too far back, so you should be able to remember. And Without an E, Burn Hope. I'm looking a bit high. And I laughed because I always called her Anne without an E, because she was a plain girl, and that's why she needed such an elaborate marking sampler, because she didn't have the E on her name and she was just feeling a little bit plain. So hence why I put Sherrie Ann on rather than Sherrie Ann with an E, rather than Sherrie Dodd. So Lynn very kindly did some research for me. Her name is not Anne with an E. Her name's not Anne without an E either. Her name is Alice. She is Alice Burnhope. So thank you, Lynn, for destroying me fabricated world. So yes, this is our Alice. And Alice is a pretty name. So yes, thank you, Lynn. And Lynn and Bob. So Bob comes to Floss Friends with her, and he's just the sweetest man. He really is. And he comes in, and he comes in the stitching room and everything, and sits on a table, you know, like, because that's kind of where he normally sit. Well, he sits on a chair at the table. He doesn't actually sit on the table. I mean, it's nothing to say he can't, I suppose. Right, we're getting sidetracked. So yes, he comes and he brings jigsaws, and once he's finished a jigsaw, he gets to ring the finishing bell, which is just makes my heart sing with joy. Just the loveliest couple. So thank you, Lynn, for doing my research and for giving us an answer. She is Alice Burnhope. So that is that. Right, I'll tick that off. What else have I got to show you? I was going to show you what I've kitted up. Come on then. I'm feeling a little bit more. I suddenly feel like I've had an injection of energy. I think that's because I've done my Justsewsherrie, and that usually perks us up for the video. So yeah, note to self, don't forget in future. Hang on, I'm just going to undo the zips. So the first one is crow's feet stitching, which is our gorgeous Ruthie. Can't remember if I bought this at Ackworth or whether I already had it. I think I already had it. I went hunting, I went shopping in me room. There's another one in there. So I've decided to do this on a blue with a very, very light blue. I ummed and ahed over this, you know. The others I just picked fairly quickly, but this one, it took me about 3 days. I would leave it sort of on there, on me little unit there, with different bits of fabric and different threads, and I would come back up, and every time I came up to the toilet I would pop in and sort of go, don't like that, and I would pick a different kind of fabric. So this took an age to decide. Sorry. I think it was because I didn't like these colours at all, and that's not obviously Ruthie, it's the original. And I was thinking it would be nice to do something in me colour scheme of me living room, and that's sort of grey and very light pink at the moment, but I'm going to change it and go grey with a very light blue instead. So I just wanted, I wanted something something different, so I'm going to do it all. Sorry, cough. I'm going to do it all in that, so I'm going to do a monochrome stitch, and I'm going to use blue beadboard, and this is with, now I wonder if somebody could help me as well with this. I need lots of help in life, let's be honest, losses. Where's my glasses? Now it just says on it, 1/4 yard, 32 count dwarf Belfast linen. Now Belfast means it's a 32 count. So is it called dwarf? Just seemed like a funny name. Name close to my own heart, but yeah, just a funny name. So Donna, I've got a job for you. Now, because I finished Christmas Queen of the Samplers, I love that, I love it. I have kitted up a new one, and I've decided to do Samplers Maker. So I've come away from Christmas for a while, well, for this one anyway. So I'm going to do this. I've decided to do it on, now this is just a 32 count linen, and this will be historical sampler. Now I don't know whether it actually, oh, it smells lovely. I don't know whether it actually, this was dyed for them, or whether it's platinum. It's very, very close to platinum if it's not. So I've decided to do it on either that or baked clay. So this is 32 count as well, baked clay. I am going to do it on the baked clay if it fits on, because it's quite a small piece of fabric and it's a way of using, I mean that's 32 count, and it's just a fat eighth, it's just an eighth. So if it fits on this, I'm going to use it for that, because not a great deal of others I could use this for. It would just be a case of cutting it up for smalls, and that kind of makes me nervous, because maybe I won't use the rest of it for anything. So, and I have kitted it up. I've gone rogue with me colours as well, because I didn't have some of them. Didn't have deep forest, so I've just picked bark. And I just eyeballed it from the pictures. And what else did I pick? The blue. I didn't have the blue. The blue was, what is the blue? What is the blue? What is the blue? Banker's Grey. I didn't have it. So I picked a Cottage Garden threads, Blue Moon, to do that. And I've in Grecian gold. They were the called for, and 543 I think was the called for as well. So I don't know if I need any more to go with that, but that is now kitted up. I just need to figure out, I need to take it downstairs where my phone usually is, or do it now before I go downstairs. Figure out, what do you call it, how big it needs to be, and see if it will fit on that piece of baked clay. Next one I kitted up, oh yes, Blackbird Designs, Merry Christmas. I love this. I love this so much, and it'll go lovely alongside Christmas Rose. And because I looked to see if this was one of the Christmas samplers, and it doesn't appear to be, because I think there's just a series of 4 Christmas samplers that Blackbird did. So I've decided to do it on one of my very favourite lists, linen, Dark Sandition by Swan Bay Fabrics, Warm Marie. And I've started to kit it up. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I need quite a lot. So I've only got the 3, but for this I'm tempted to get the actual threads. So I need to go on to Talking Dig and order the threads. I love Sandition. I need more. I need more. I need to do what I did with parchment and just get a yard, because that'll make me happy. I think it'll make me feel better. Oh. We are coming to the end of my ability to function like a normal person. Now, another Merry Christmas pin keep. I was feeling the need for a red stitch. We haven't talked about that yet. But, yeah, so I went and I think that's what started me off kitting up. I thought, I'm going to go and have a hunt, see what Christmas smalls I've got. And I think as well, because I'm coming to the end of 2 pretty big pieces as well, I think I just need a few little smalls just to, yeah, just to make me feel, what's the word, that I can doable. So again, I've got 2 pieces of fabric in here. If one of them fits, I'm going to use it. So it's either a piece of country marker, 40 count, vintage country marker, 40 count. So if it fits on there, I'm going to use it. If not, oh, I nearly did such a tool I am. It's vintage country marker as well, but it's the big piece that I've got, because I got a yard of this. So yeah, I could only see that side, you see, and I was thinking, I just thought it was a different piece of fabric, but it's not. I mean, I could do it on that side. No one, you know, there's no one, that's me mum telling us what I have to do. But yeah, so it looks like I've decided to do it on. And I picked Campfire. I've not stitched with this before. So it's kind of a little bit of an orangey red, in that light anyway. Yeah. I've gone right down the let's make decisions for myself route, which is frightening, really. You know, I turn the thing off to undo all the zips because of my microphone, and yet I spend all the time zipping them back up, just yeah. Oh, this isn't a one. This isn't a one. It's Old Willow Stitchery. It was one of our project ones. I've obviously stuck my project bags in amongst some ones that were already started. I tried to separate that out. And of course, I am going to start the pin keep that we got from Aquith, which was an exclusive. And I've decided to do it on this piece of fabric. I have no idea what it is, but it is a very, very, very light blue. I suspect it is a 40 count. Looks like a 40 count, could be 36, but so I'll need to count it. And the colour, that's what I was thinking, is the one that I got from Aquith. Well, the one that I stole off Adita that I got from Aquith. Now we did a fair swap. A fair swap was had. Oh. So they're the ones that I've kitted up. So I'd like to tell, oh actually, so they may be new starts the next time I see you. Yes, the next time I see you, I should have probably said this at the beginning because there'll be lots of people who've got long gone by now. But after last week, Sarah of the Blackbird monthlies got in touch with me and said, oh, I could do a monogamous red week as well if you fancy doing it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So next week I am only going to stitch on my red, it's called a Red Pot Sampler by Historical Sampler. So that's the only thing, because I'm curious to know how much I actually get done. I see other people and I think, God, that's so quick. But I think it's because I stitch on a bigger range of things. So I would like to see how much I can actually get done just on one thingy. I've picked a monochrome. I mentioned this last week because after work, some of them are just they're just, yeah. So even to think about changing colours I can have days like that. So I've picked a monochrome purely with that in mind because I'll be able to stitch on it every day regardless of whether I've been working or not. So next weekend I will put out my stitching organisation and tour around me happy place. So I'll do that next Saturday. It's all filmed, apart from a couple of little bits that I need to do. So I will do that then. So what have we got? Oh yeah, and I'll be back the following week with a normal floss tube. And I'm going to put a before picture on Instagram and then an after, like after a week, how I've gotten on with my challenge. And I was thinking, and I have been thinking this week, and this is frightening. I got some other stuff that is kind of stitchy related. I got a new hot water bottle for my feet. That's a Justsewsherrie coming up. And jammers. And they're the nicest jammers I think I've ever had in my life. I just fell in love when I saw them. And of course they're blue. And I loved them so much when I put them on last night. I thought, oh, I could love a jammer doing this. And then I was thinking, well, I'm doing floss tube in the morning, so I can't have tomorrow as a jammer day. And then I thought, I can do what I want. If Carol Saltbox can take some time out, I can do what I want as well. So I'm thinking about having a jammer tube. I think we'll have a day where I stay in my favourite pyjamas. But you see, I couldn't have done it this morning because I slept in them last night. When I have jammer days, which is very rare, once a year maybe, I get changed in the morning and get a shower and put my underwear on and then put my favourite jammies on. So it's kind of half in between being dressed and not. So I'm thinking about doing that. So I suppose my question is, would you mind? Yeah, would you mind? I know I can do what I want, but it's still, this floss tube is for you, really. I suppose. So it would be nice to know whether you mind or not. I'm putting it out there. Okay, just one moment. So we have got, what do you call it? Giveaways from last week. So we had the Cotton and Twine November box and the exclusive Money Can't Buy pin keep from Aquith. So for school, which was the pinwheel, and I'll put it down here as usual, Leslie Ben 789. So Leslie Ben 789, you have got What Money Can't Buy. So you need to get in touch with me at justsewsherrie@gmail.com and send me your address. And the Cotton and Twine box, I did make a so it has the November pattern in, and right, can I just point out, it's still got the chocolate. I haven't eaten the chocolate. I don't know how. I just forgot it was there. I think that's how. So sorry, I'm making a right old bloody racket. So the person who won that is Nancy Summer 6560. So Nancy Summer 6560, and yeah, she left a lovely comment. So I'm chuffed that you got that. So where are we? But what we're meant to be doing. So I've done Lynn and Bob, I've done the giveaways, gifts, I haven't done the gifts. I don't know. Right, I got some scissors. These are gold work scissors. So they've got the serrated knife edge. So remember I showed you last week the project that we got from Letitia Curry's little shop. And it had a little bit of gold work in it. So you need special scissors. I got some fabric from, I can't remember, I'll put it down at the bottom. And I also got some more fabric, but it's in the middle of being fully finished, so I can't show you it. I got my threads off Rachel, and I got cashmere, Carrie Berry, it's the pink, Caribbean Waters, that's lovely, Caramel, and Cappuccino, and my Wix Dye Works threads, Busy Lizzie, Bullfrog, Bubblegum, Broom Tree? Yeah, Broom Tree. I'm doing this without my glasses, so a lot of it's hitting up. Bright Leaf. So, there were my threads, and I also got, which has just reminded me, I got this month's, October's Herbarium embroidery through. So that is what we've got for this month. It's beautiful. I love the way everything's presented and the colours. Which has reminded me, I'll have my cross stitch for this month. I just have forgotten to look for it. So I'll have to go online and find me cross stitch. Right, have I done everything? I think I have. It's been a bit of an odd one. We're on 8:30 now, so yeah. Apologies. Today doesn't feel like it's been a normal floss tube. I think because I missed the Justsewsherrie, I think it's just totally thrown me off my game. So yes, I think that's it. So this week's final thought, because I will see you in, well, I'll see you with a tour if you want to catch up. You don't, obviously, you don't have to do anything. But I will see you sort of face to face in a fortnight. This week's final thought is purely something I read and thought, oh, yes, I just liked it. I just liked it. And I was talking to somebody when I was at Ackworth about my final thoughts, and they're not meant to be inspirational. That's never what they were. They're usually meant to make me think. I've got things hanging up, and it just means when I read them, it makes me think about things. So it's meant to just stop and go, oh, yeah, that's what it's meant to do. So anyway, with that, I will leave you with my final thought today, which is from a man called Jardin, and it says, one day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching. Bye for now.